So let's walk through creating our very first model and see this blueprint idea in action. For our example, we're going to build a simple catalog for bikes.
So the most important thing to remember here is, we are not creating a bike just yet. We are creating the template for a bike. We're telling Codex what information every single bike we add later on is supposed to have.
Creating the model itself is really straightforward. You just go to whatever folder you want, click to add a new model, give it a name, we'll just call it bike, and hit validate. And that's it. You've created the empty container, our blueprint, that's now ready for us to define.
Now we have to define its structure. This table right here is our plan. Every single bike will have a name, which will be a string of text, and it's required. It can also have a color and a size, which will be options you can select, but those aren't mandatory. So, to build out the model, we just add each attribute from our plan. We click Add Attribute, we fill in name, then color, then size, and we make sure to assign the right type to each one. Once those are in, our bike blueprint is officially defined and ready to go.
All right, our blueprint is complete. That was the hard part, the foundational work. Now for the payoff. Let's actually create some real data using the model we just designed.
See, because we created that bike model, Codex now knows exactly what information to ask for when we say we want to add a new bike. It knows a name is required and that color and size are just options. This is that consistency we were talking about, right in action.
The process for creating an item is going to look pretty familiar. The key difference is that after you choose to add a new item, Codex is going to ask you which model you want to use. We'll pick our shiny new bike model, and the system will instantly generate a form with the exact fields we defined. All we have to do is fill it out.
And there you have it, our final result, our very first item. This record fits perfectly into the structure we defined in our model. And that's the magic of the system. We can now create thousands more bikes, and every single one will be just as perfectly and consistently structured as this one.
And that's it. You've officially gone from zero to creating your first structured piece of data in Codex. You now understand the absolute core workflow of the entire platform.
So let's just hammer home the most important takeaways. Folders organize everything. Models are the reusable blueprints for your data structure. Items are the actual records you create from those models. And remember the golden rule. The model always comes first.
We just built a blueprint for bikes, but this applies to literally anything. Projects, contacts, articles, whatever you can think of. The logic is exactly the same. So the only question left is, what are you going to build first?